Hello, and thank you for joining us here today. In this video, you will learn how to create a campaign and get started buying calls on RingbaX. Let's get started. Navigate to Campaigns on the sidebar and click on Create Campaign. Give your campaign a name that will be used in reporting and to organize your buying efforts. Use the drop-down list of options to select the category of calls that you are buying as well as the country you are buying from. In the Destination section, you can select where you want to send the calls you are buying. There are two routing options, Static and Ringba RTB. Choosing Static will send calls to a standard phone number or SIP address. With Ringba RTB, you can use a Ringba campaign with real-time bidding enabled to seamlessly connect with RingbaX. We highly recommend using this option to give you the most control over how you buy calls. Using Ringba RTB also gives you the ability to configure custom data mapping that will be used in the RTB request body when we ping your request URL. To enable this, click on Add Data Mappings. From here, you can adjust any of the fields to your preference. In the Schedule and Capacity section, you can select the offer's time zone, hours of operation, and max concurrency. The Traffic Sources section is where you select what traffic sources and promotional methods you accept, and more. First is the call type, or what type of call generation method you want to set for this offer. You can choose either inbound or outbound. Next, you can configure your allowed sources. These are the traffic sources and promotional methods that you will accept calls from. Go through the list and click on all the sources you will allow. Click on them to add them to your list of allowed sources, or click on them again to remove. You also have the option to select if you want to allow toll-free callers, duplicate callers, or if you want to accept traffic from third parties. Third-party traffic are calls that are generated by third-party affiliates that work with our supply-side partners. The Audience section is where you can select the specific demographics of the callers you are buying. The final section, Budget, is where you set the minimum duration, daily budget, and bid amount for the campaign. Configuring a minimum duration means that you will only be billed for calls once the minimum duration has been reached. Please note that the higher you set your minimum duration, the less priority it will be given in the exchange. This option is only available if you are using static routing. Daily budget is the maximum amount you want to spend per day on this campaign. Once the daily budget has been reached, this campaign will stop bidding for calls. Bid amount is the amount you are willing to pay to win the call. If you are using static routing, you can set a specific bid amount. If you are using Ringba RTB routing, the bid amount will come from the RTB settings. Once you have finished configuring your settings, click on the Create Campaign button. If you have any more questions concerning RingbaX, Ringba, pay-per-call, or call tracking, go ahead and visit www.ringba.com to get in touch with a Ringba or RingbaX expert, and we'll be happy to help.